At this point, you're doing well. We're progressing the way we would like to, and we've seen leaders rise to the top. We want to see a room full of leaders when you leave here. We want each of you to be someone who can lead. Expectations are still high. Okay, don't forget where we are, don't forget where we're going. All right?
I think I was selected to be company commander from the very first day, just because that first day I was kind of helping cadets.
Left, right.
We were marching,
Left,
and
right.
one of the officers called me out by name to march the class, and then that's kind of when I knew, like, oh no, I'm gonna be in charge.
Today we're going to formally announce the leadership that we have within your class. All right? So I'd like to ask Cadet Gilmore, Cadet Perez, and Cadet Winsecker to come up front, please.
I was thinking to myself, man, how am I gonna get an entire group of people together? It made me feel a little overwhelmed, but I think I might get this. I am company commander for Company B. So I bridge the gap between staff office and the cadets in my class. We do the scheduling for our companies, and we make sure our companies know where they need to go, where they need to be for that day, and what they need for specific classes.
Academy! Present! Halt!
I also have squad leaders that I really go about relying on a lot when it comes to collecting stuff and getting paperwork and stuff passed in and in order, in alphabetical order. So it's a delegation of leadership.
All right, and the commanders need their guides, right? All right. So we'll have the following three come up. Barnett, Raphael, Robertson.
So first off, I think it's pretty cool to mention that I actually was given the opportunity to be guide on. So as company guide, I pretty much just aid the company commander as well as the company. Questions the company might have, pass along information from the company commander. Basically, I carry the flag around for my company, which is CECO.
Real good. Always remember where you left it. Yes, sir.
Up to this point, I have never lost the flag. Wherever I go, the flag goes. I have to go to the restroom, the flag goes with me. Unless I'm instructed to set it down, in which case I'll go and put it in a designated location. Other than that, I pretty much keep the flag with me wherever I go.
I am my squad's leader, and essentially what that means is you are in charge of your squad of like when we have to turn papers in, we have to make sure that they all turn it in. We have to remind them of what things that they have to do. So we wear a little red, what they call a hot Cheeto on your shoulder, just to know that you're the squad leader.
I was actually designated the squad leader, so I'm pretty excited to have the opportunity to help some fellow cadets at an official capacity.
Trying to do my best to be a good leader. Like our company commanders, like they're not the only leaders in our class. I mean, just everyone else, they've taken it upon themselves to help other people who need that extra help. So that's been neat.
I don't really take company or the company guide, being the company guide, as a task. It's really a challenge, and I just kind of approach it just one thing at a time.
When it comes to leadership, you just gotta understand what it is and I try to lead by example. Leadership's always hard because you can't always be a friend. You have to be what you have to be in order to get things done.
Okay, and that's important because when we're out there on the road, that's what we are. Okay? We may be the only person there handling a chaotic scene. We have to be a leader. We have to be calm. We have to make good judgments in a timely manner with regard to policy and law under very difficult circumstances sometimes. Okay? So that's part of the progression we're doing here.
I feel incredibly blessed to be a part of Fountain Detail. It hits me every single time I walk out there, whether we're practicing or it's for real.
I'm one of those cadets that are on the Fountain Detail, and I volunteered for it as soon as I had the opportunity to. Right in the middle, right in the heart of the CHP Academy, there is a fountain, and on that fountain are the names of all of the 232 officers that have been killed in the line of duty.
Left, right, low, right, left. Low, high, low, right, left.
Every Wednesday at 12:30 exactly, all the cadets and the academy staff come out to honor those who have fallen. A select detail of cadets, they go in and they polish the brass names of the fallen officers that are on the fountain. Everyone's watching, hundreds of people, every time you do it, they're watching you.
You definitely don't want to mess up. You got to do it right. You got to look sharp, you got to look clean, and just take pride in what we're doing.
I really admire how the CHP honors the fallen, and I think it's pretty incredible that they do that, and it just shows how important and how the blood runs deep in the CHP family.
Every single one of those brass nameplates that we touch is a real person, someone who wore that badge and wore that uniform and died because of that.
And what they did should always be remembered.
Recently we had some enforcement tactics scenarios that involved drawing our weapons.
The main things that they're looking for us to do well in the enforcement tactic scenarios is know what we're legally justified to do and not, when we do it, and how we do it.
You know, you have to learn about when you can draw your gun, when you have to put your gun away, can you take out another weapon.
Having to draw the gun during enforcement tactics scenarios is always stressful.
It's a surreal experience. It's a gun in your hand. It's a lot of responsibility.
You can't treat people as if they're a criminal. Do your investigation and do it politely and with professionalism, regardless of what just happened.
My first scenario, I had an individual that I was dispatched to that didn't really want to talk too much. And if I can't talk to them, I can't see what's going on. You know, I can't help them out.
I'll talk to him all day if I have to. I'm just gonna try and do everything I can to, lower the level of force that I need to use.
Enforcement tactics really does test you, like how you're gonna handle situations, especially when you're out on the road. What are you gonna do if someone comes up to you?
And it can be pretty stressful.
Hey, go ahead and put that back on me, all right? Up, put down the back, put down the back.
During the enforcement tactics scenarios, you have to think about what level of force you're able to use in what situation, which is constantly changing.
Get on the ground! Get on the ground!
You have to be physically ready to be in a fight.
got my butt kicked in that scenario.
During the scenario, you're just rushing. You're going through everything, and you know, your heart's pumping. I was rushing to go straight to my radio.
So when I had to draw my gun out, it was like, okay, I kind of finally realized, like, oh, this is real life.
You see this gun pointed down at you, and it's not something I'm used to seeing. Everything that they've taught us at range and everything all kind of comes together, so it's an experience, and hopefully it's something I won't have to experience out on the field, but it could happen. So hopefully I'm trained for it, ready for it.
So on my second scenario, my suspect was very calm. He spoke with me clearly, but then all of a sudden he's like, "You ever see those old Western movies?" And I'm like, "Oh boy, where's this going?" And he takes an item that was in his hand and he throws it straight up into the air, and you know, trying to distract me or something. And right when he throws it, hands go down to his waistline, and I'm like, "Oh, this is it." And he draws out on me, and we exchange gunfire. It was amazing how quick it was. The instructor was able to draw just from having a gun in his waistband, under his shirt and everything, like really quick. You know, I have a holster that's made to be fast, and he was just lightning speed, so it was crazy. You're in a fight for your life, and there's a lot of things you have to think about.
I think enforcement tactics is just totally like a league of its own. When you learn, every single class has been so rewarding, and you know, when you have a passionate instructor, you know, you become passionate about the subject and you want to keep learning and you want to keep going.
Oh, has there been a freaking smudge on this the whole time? Dang, now I'm gonna have to restart the interview. Oh. What the hell? We all knew it was gonna have to happen, but we got tased. We're gonna be walking around with these tasers on our belts and potentially using them. We have to know what kind of effects it has.
Telling myself it hurts, but it's good experience. It's what you need to learn.
It's amazing how people become so tight and so close with each other in such a fast amount of time when you're going through something difficult.